Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before I begin today, I would like to give a big thank you to Kelly from Root Pursuit. I'll put her link in the description area. Kelly has been someone who has been a big support to me, and I'd like to reciprocate and support her channel. She is in the middle of a 100-day project journey, so please check out her channel to see the wonderful things that she's doing that you can add to your junk journals and to your albums. So that's Kelly at Root Pursuit, and I will put the link to her channel in the description area. Today, what I wanted to look at, I've done another insert for my junk journal, so I wanted to share that with you. And this is a flip tag with accordion pockets. So let me just show you what that looks like, and then we'll do an overview of how I put this together. So here you have a pocket where you can put some ephemera and do some journaling. I created a space here for people to do journaling. And then on the back, another pocket to do some journaling. And then we have these accordion pockets where you can do some hidden journaling. And then in here, I just created some tickets just to let you know that you can put tickets and smaller tags and maybe even a larger sheet of paper so that someone can do some journaling. So let's take a look at how I put all of this together. So what I did was, let me just bring out this. To do that trifold construction, which is what, I can't pull it out all the way now because I've got things glued together, but it is a trifold construction. And what I did was I took a sheet of paper, and this is 9 inches by 5 inches. So that's the dimensions for this. And every 3 inches I scored. So I scored at 3, and then I scored again at 6. Then I flipped the page over and I scored in the same areas. I scored at 3 and I scored at 6, and I did that so that hopefully the paper would play nice and things would fold a little more readily. And they did. And if you have a little bit of a hair on the edge, you just trim that off. But I find that scoring like that, it really helps this to bend and do what you want it to do. Then what I did was you know how you cut your ends off so that you get that tag shape. And then before I started doing any assembly of things, you know, you do your distressed inks all over, you do the edges, and I did my hole punch in the center. And then if you're looking for the dimensions of the things that I did, this little pocket right here is, let me just look at my little cheat sheet. This little pocket is 2 inches high, and then I cut a hair short of 3 inches wide, because if you try to go 3 against 3, it might interfere with this laying as flat as possible. So I cut it a little hair short. It was about 2 inches and 15/16 of an inch. So just a hair short. And then this little journal area here, let me look again at my cheat sheet. The inner rectangle is 2 3/8 by 3 3/4 of an inch. The outer rectangle is 2 5/8 by 4 inches. Whatever measurements you choose to do, you want to stay within, you see these boundaries here? You don't, and the hole, you don't want to make something that's too big, and then it interferes with where you're going to put your ribbon. And with this pocket, you can use the same dimensions. You can do 2 inches this way, and because this one is on the end, you can go the full 3 inches. I didn't here, so that's why you see the little space. So for this, because it's on the end and it's not going to interfere with your folding, you could take it out to 3 inches. Okay, so the biggest part is, how did I do the accordion pocket? What I did was, I took a sheet. I tried to stay within, I didn't want to, again, I didn't want to go too high to interfere with the where I'm going to place the ribbon. You can go a little bit higher than I did, but just to give you the dimensions that I used. So this is 7 1/4, and this is 5 1/2. And what you're going to do is, you're going to score 1/2 inch. So you'll be at 6 3/4. And then what you're going to do is add your glue. I don't want to ruin my scoring board, so let me move this out of the way. And just pull in a piece of paper that I don't really care too much for. And I'm going to run my glue along there. And you especially want to make sure that you get the edge, because you want this to be sealed. And I think you know by now, I don't aim for the neatest job. I just try to show you the technique. And then you're just going to fold this over. Make sure that all of your ends are lining up. And that's lined up. And let me get this side. What you're not going to do is, don't fold this. Keep this loose. Don't fold it down. Keep it loose. Okay. Now what you'll do is try to get this as centered as possible where you glued things together. Try to get that as centered as possible. And now you'll use your scoring tool. See what I get for not doing the most neatest job? I got a little bit of bagging there, but that's okay. Then what you're going to do is, you're going to fold this in half. And then score. I mean, you know what I mean. Use your bone folder to crease, not score. And then at this point, this is when you're going to do your notch. And try to get in the center as much as you can. And it's going to be a little bit tough because you've got that thickness in the center. So be prepared for that. Okay. And then at this point, that's when you'll do your, you'll ink up your edges and get things nicely aged. And then what you're going to do is this will be on the back, right? If you're doing something the way that I did mine. So what you'll do is, and I have this a little bit upside down. Let's see, there, that's better. Now my words are facing me instead of upside down. So this is where I put that inner pocket and that journaling, this is where I put the inner pocket and then the journaling space. And then on the back, I put something there. And then on the inside here is where I put this. So what you're going to do is, don't stick it all the way here because you don't want anything interfering with this, trying to lay as flat as possible. What I did was I just try to center it around like this before I glued anything. I just try to eyeball it first where I'm going to be gluing. Okay, so now to do this accordion, let me just fix my fold a little bit. To do the accordion, what you're going to do is on the inside, where you have like that seam, I used this type of snail glue and stick something in the pocket so you don't inadvertently start gluing things together. And then you just bead down the center, a little off to the right and a little off to the left. And now you have that accordion. And then again, I pretty much eyeballed where I wanted to put this, and I wanted to put it somewhere like this. It's almost like I have a little frame along the edges. And then just to keep things in place, grab yourself a paper clip and another paper clip. And remember to stick something in the pocket so you're not gluing things together. Okay, and down the middle, a little off to the right, and a little off to the left. And then any excess glue, just tuck it back. Now you can take out your paper clips, and we can get the other side. Make sure that we don't have glue going in there. And then down the middle, a little off to the right, and a little off to the left. And tuck back any glue. And there's your accordion, and you could still see the prettiness of the paper. And you can, again, you can make tags, you can put tickets in there, but that's essentially how I did things. And then this is just the label. If you looked at my video from last week, I did a video tutorial on how to make different kinds of labels, so you can take a look back at that. And that's it. So thanks for joining me today. And again, thank you so much, Kelly from Root Pursuit. Alrighty. See you next time. Bye-bye.